EAST stands for Education Accelerated by Service and Technology. At Fountain Lake East, we take ideas beyond the classroom. This year, we're showcasing how innovation starts with curiosity and turns into real community impact. From hands-on technology projects to solving real local problems, EAST has challenged us to think bigger, lead boldly, and create meaningful change. We're excited to share how our ideas are shaping the future, starting right here at Fountain Lake.
The Hot Springs Airport documentary project was a project that sparked our interest and was a grand opportunity to tell the importance and history of the Hot Springs Airport. We were in contact with the director of the airport, Donald Rowlett, and he played an important role of helping us achieve our goal of bringing the airport's important history to life. We were granted access early fall to enter with our cameras and drones to capture photos and videos, and also to learn more about the history of the airport ourselves in person. This project was created in hopes to educate the vibrant history of our local airport and the many stories it has to tell in a near 100-year service to the Hot Springs area.
The town of Buckville, Arkansas is a close-knit, fairly hidden-away community located in Montgomery County by the upper Ouachita River Valley. Although what remains is a quiet, uphill neighborhood, the area holds a rich history that focuses on community strength and perseverance. The story map, Remains of What Once Was, Buckville, Arkansas, details the history, ruins, and family connections of the town. What used to be a prosperous little community is now submerged under the waters of Lake Ouachita. The construction of the Blakely Mountain Dam in 1952 drowned out several communities and forced generations of families to leave the place they called home. Areas like Cedar Glades and Buckville had several businesses, houses, and even schools. Their history remains important today and allows us to understand and remember the story of the lively and loving communities that used to be.
East students used a 5-fish V6 Expert underwater drone to search for what's left of Buckville. We kayaked out to the middle of Lake Ouachita, dropped the drone, and started scanning the lake floor for any structures or artifacts still down there. This information was important to understanding the history of Buckville.
The Hot Springs Recharge Zone is a designated area in the Ouachita Mountains where precipitation is filtered through the ground to then return to the surface as the water in the naturally heated thermal springs. All precipitation is purified after it seeps through layers of fractured rocks, such as Arkansas Novaculite and Big Fort Shirt. This process takes thousands of years and steadily produces the water used in every one of the 47 thermal springs that is used by the Hot Springs bathhouses. The process is crucial to our area as it acts as a forested catcher's mitt for the entire hot water system. The protected zone covers about 16 square miles and encompasses the forested peaks of West Mountain and the Hot Springs Mountain in Garland County, Arkansas. While Hot Springs National Park comprises an almost 5,400-acre area of resource preservation, the entire 16 square mile recharge zone is much larger. This means that roughly half of the catchment area lies immediately outside the federal park boundary, often within the limits of the city of Hot Springs. Therefore, the health and purity of the ancient hot water depends on not just the National Park Service, but also on the decisions, zoning maps, and stormwater systems put in place by the city and county. This geographical overlap represents the core conservation challenge facing the springs.
I'm River Fox and I'm with Fountain Lake East. This year I have been working on a project for one of the professors that work down with the Hot Springs State Department that works with the water filtration zone. This was a concept and a model that he gave me. He simply told me that he wanted me to create a teaching tool for students that came and visited the museum that learn about the local hot springs and the recharge zone. The entire point of this was to show the water filtration through the gravel. I made plenty of tweaks to this, and I've manufactured it in a lot of different ways. We actually have granite in here, and you can see that whenever I flip this over, the water filters down, and you can see the process of it coming down through the meshing that I have and flipping on through. It's completely waterproof, and it's sealed with resin.
East students Zayden Richardson and Eli Schrader used 3D photogrammetry to scan and digitally archive a series of historic statues for the Hot Springs city manager, Bill Burrow. The goal was to create an accurate inventory of the city's public sculptures while preserving them in detailed 3D form. By capturing hundreds of high-resolution images from every angle, we were able to generate precise digital models of each piece. In addition to the visual archive, we collected direct physical measurements to ensure complete accuracy. For example, the statue Mother Nature, located in front of the Arlington, was documented in such detail that it could be fully reconstructed if it were ever damaged or lost.
Back in October, Hot Springs Village Lake Manager Samuel Scott came to Fountain Lake East with an idea. The depth maps of the lakes in the Hot Springs Village were inaccurate and out of date, and he wanted new ones with correct data. So we at Fountain Lake East decided to bring his idea to life. This project was completed by Eli Schrader and Zayden Richardson using a kayak and a sonar device called the Deeper Pro Max. The sonar was used by dangling off the back of a kayak as it used lasers to collect data. We then cleaned the data and placed it on ArcGIS. The final product was a completed map that the HSVPOA could use as an updated and easy-to-read visualization of the depths of the lakes. This project shows the value of combining sonar technology with GIS software to create valuable geographic data, as well as providing students with real-world experience in the world of geospatial problem solving.
Coach Rhodes,